Welcome to a special edition of Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey. I'm Ashley Leach, and today we're talking to Ben Smith, forward for the Chicago Blackhawks. Ben played for Connecticut Youth Hockey, Westminster School, and Boston College before joining the professional ranks. Hi, Ben. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about how you started playing hockey and what kept you hooked.
Well, it started with the Whalers. They were in town. They practiced at Avon Old Farms rink there, and going to a bunch of games. All my brothers, I have three brothers, we all got into it. I remember starting with learn to skate, and then from there progressing into mites. And at the beginning, I'd had some natural skill, so it was always nice to have had a little bit of talent, and the game's been pretty good to me.
I would say so. Where did you get your start playing your youth hockey career?
At that Avon Old Farms rink. Growing up in Avon Youth Hockey, back then when it wasn't as big, we had the ice most of the time. We weren't all over the place, but as I went on, we started playing here in Simsbury and Newington.
So tell me a little bit about your high school career. I hear that you went to Westminster. So tell me about it.
My two older brothers had gone to Westminster. At that point, they'd stopped playing hockey, but I loved the school. I loved the campus. I was able to grow as a person there, I think, and definitely as a hockey player. They let me go play on a split-season midget team for the fall, so I didn't have to play a sport at Westminster in the fall. So I was able to keep a hockey schedule. It was pretty good. I played probably 50 games a year. It worked out really well. I was fortunate.
So I know you spent some time playing junior hockey. Tell me about that experience.
I spent a little bit of time playing junior hockey, about 3 months. It was fun. It was great. The hockey was great. We had a great team playing for the Junior Bruins in the USHL, but I missed the kind of community feeling that I had at Westminster, being a part of the community, being involved in a lot of different things, being able to grow different sides of my life. I like to sing, so I sang in the choir at Westminster. I was involved in student government. I was excited to go back to Westminster and finish my high school career, get a Westminster diploma, and I'm really glad that it worked out.
So right after you left Westminster, you went right to BC. And I know that your freshman year, you guys had made it to the Frozen Four final, and then you lost. But then the next year, you came back and won it all. Do you think that loss had contributed to you guys coming back that next season, ready to go?
Yeah, actually, my senior year in high school, they'd gone to the final and lost also. So 2 years in a row, the team had gone to the national championship game and lost. So third time's a charm, I guess. So I was very fortunate to have been taught and coached by some good people, and also played with a lot of good people and some great hockey players.
You guys also won your senior year, which is pretty impressive. So you have 2 national championships with BC, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of school pride. It's a great place to play. It doesn't beat playing in Hockey East, playing for Coach York, and having a chance to play in a lot of big games, whether it be at Fenway or in Frozen Fours. It's definitely been helpful for me over my career, having that big game experience, and it has helped me as I moved on to being a pro.
Now I know most players nowadays will go and spend a little time in the USHL, but you chose not to do that. Why'd you opt out?
I had very little interest. I wanted to stay close to home with my family, and I was fortunate where BC said do what you're doing, you'll be fine. And as long as they were okay with me playing in prep school, playing at Westminster, I was fine with it. I didn't really have any interest in going to Omaha or wherever in the USHL to play hockey. So it's worked out.
Now I know you also played 3 seasons in the AHL before finally breaking out into the show. Tell me a little bit about that time. What was, I think, maybe the most annoying part of being stuck going up and down and up and down?
The most annoying part is knowing that you're so close. And the toughest part of dealing with being in the American Hockey League is mentally knowing that you're so close and just waiting for the opportunity. I'd been up and down, so I played some games. I got a little taste of it, and it's just a matter of persevering and continuing to improve and work on your game, so that when I did get my opportunity this past season, I tried to make the most of it, and so far so good.
So while you were playing with Rockford, I know that you got some injuries. How did you kind of come back from those injuries and get to where you are now?
Well, that's where the mental side of the game came into play. It was tough when I was out for 6 weeks watching. You never wanted to do that, but knowing in my mind that when I was healthy, I would come back with more energy, just with a little more edge to my game. And it was tough at times, but I'd say sticking to my goal and knowing that if I stuck to what I was doing, that it would happen, and it was definitely worth it.
Well, I can say so, because you do have your name on a Stanley Cup, so tell me about that.
It's an honor. I never, even 2 months before that whole thing happened, did I think I'd get my name on the Stanley Cup. But I guess there's a role for everyone on a team, and for me that year it was being a depth player and waiting for an opportunity, and sure enough it came in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup final, and somehow I got my name on the cup, and hopefully I can get it on there again, hopefully being having a full role on the team.
Well, I was going to say last season you had an incredible season. 75 regular season games, 19, post-game season games for playoffs, and now you just got a brand new 2-year renewed contract. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was nice to get it out of the way. It was done probably June 25th or so. It's nice to not have to worry about that throughout the rest of the summer, and to have 2 years set in stone that I'll be there, and hoping to make a run at 2 more Stanley Cups here over the next 2 years.
I was going to say, what's the best part of being part of that organization?
I think it's just the people love hockey. Chicagoans love their hockey. Madhouse on Madison is loud every night, it's packed, and it's just a great place to play.
What are you most focused on contributing this coming season that you haven't maybe in the past?
I think I have more offense to my game. Overall, more consistency. Just trying to continue to bring energy and help the team win however I can. That's kind of what I've said all along, is that I'm willing to do whatever it takes, because I do love winning. I've been fortunate to have been on some winning teams in the past, and it's a good feeling when a group of guys came together to accomplish something huge, and hopefully we can do that again.
Now, what do you consider the role of a hockey player to be off the ice?
Well, obviously to contribute to the community and be a good role model. We tend to have that platform, especially in Chicago, where people love their hockey, to do some good, and we try and do that whenever we can.
So growing up in Connecticut, what might have been the best part about playing in Connecticut youth hockey?
I guess for my parents, nothing was that far away, like hour and a half or so, but I think it was a great place to grow up playing. There was competition. There were some great players growing up playing in the CHC, and just a very nice part of the world. As I've traveled more playing in different cities, you come to appreciate how nice it is here in Connecticut.
So what advice do you have for the youth players that are in our audience if they want to get to where you are today?
Enjoy the game, work hard every day. Today I'm still trying to improve every day, and that's my biggest advice, because it's a great game. If you work hard, you play the right way, the game will reward you.